Right now, fire crews remain on the scene in Fashion Valley, making sure that a fire that exploded this afternoon and triggered evacuations does not flare up again. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. This fire broke out around 12:30 right across from Fashion Valley Mall on the north side of Friars Road. We have team coverage for you this afternoon.
Our Shannon Handy is live on the scene near the apartment buildings that were forced to evacuate. And our Alex Cheney is right off Friars Road, and he saw the fire run up that hill. We begin tonight with Shannon.
Yeah, Marcella and Carlo, thankfully fire crews got a handle of this fire, but they were presented with a massive challenge as we saw those flames get dangerously close to so many people's homes. Right now, a lot of fire crews have left, but you can see some remain on scene to ensure no hotspots flare up. Now, at last check, this fire burned about 4 acres on this hillside that's right across from Fashion Valley Mall. It borders the City Scene complex where there are hundreds of units, many of which were threatened at the height of this fire. In fact, we know of at least 2 units that were damaged because we were told embers got into the attic, though we are still waiting to learn the extent of that damage. Now, let's get to some video. I actually saw the smoke while covering another story at Mission Trails Park. I drove straight here and watched as flames raced up this hillside. It was a chaotic scene. Firefighters were racing to put out the flames. There were also water drops from above. Meanwhile, people who live here were told to leave immediately. I saw a lot of people rushing to take what they could, including pets. One woman I spoke with says she was working from home when she saw the smoke, grabbed her dogs and ran.
I was working from home this morning and I saw some smoke go by my patio window. So I jumped up to the other bedroom and I saw the brush fire down there by Friars Road. Went out on the patio to see if I could see it any better, and at that point I watched it spread up the hillside. And we grabbed our dogs and our work computers and our car keys and purses and just got out of there.
And back out here live, keep in mind a lot of people were not home when this happened. For example, I spoke to one teacher. She was literally inside her classroom teaching. She got the alert and she told her students, I gotta go. She raced home because she had a cat here. She was worried about her cat. That cat got out okay. No injuries reported, but we still are awaiting details from San Diego Fire to confirm that information. And guys, I gotta give credit to these firefighters. I watched as they worked tirelessly to save hundreds of homes today. Now for another vantage point of this fire, let's go now to Alex Cheney. He is down on Friars Road. Hi, Alex.
Hey there, Shannon. Yeah, it was a different view here from down here on Friars Road. I spoke to a gentleman earlier who told me if you see this power pole right here that's still smoking up, first off, this thing needs to be replaced, but this is where he believes that fire started and then ran completely up this hill up into the apartments over where you saw Shannon. Also, just a moment ago, one of our producers told me CAL FIRE said that all evacuation orders have been lifted, so more than likely people will start returning to their apartments pretty soon here. But as you can see, there are still some areas that are still smoking up a little bit. Several fire crews still here is trying to get a hold on what's left still smoking up. Let's go to some video now. One of the guys that I talked to earlier was right in the building. He's one of the maintenance workers here, and he really saw those fires start. So you're gonna see the big flames up on this hillside here. He said he heard some explosions, maybe some transponders, maybe something to do with this power pole started lighting off. We don't know the exact cause of the fire just yet, but that is just what he heard. Also, I spoke to a woman who told me somebody came to her door within the apartment building, started banging on the door, and told her to get out.
Do we need to evacuate? I opened the door and this gentleman told me, this is real, we need to go. I grabbed what I could, but then when he told me this is real, you know, it kind of threw me off. When he told me this is real, get your stuff, go, I did just that.
She went on to tell me that she actually lost her last place in the floods in San Diego that happened just about a year ago, and now she is dealing with this. So containment is looking good. There's maybe just a few hot spots in the area right now. So this event, for the most part, is over. Those evacuation orders have been lifted, and slowly people will be able to return to their homes. Traffic is still at a standstill in this area. Nobody is coming through. So if you're going to pass by the Fashion Valley area, just exercise, give yourself a little bit more time. Red flag warning has been extended. There is at least 4 small spot brush fires today. Hopefully no more. If you are watching this, just be prepared, be ready. Conditions are prime right now for these fires to break out. Back to you guys.
Alex, what are the conditions out right now? We see there is still smoke, but it doesn't look like the wind is carrying it too far in one direction or another.
The wind is calm, light and variable. Temperature is feeling okay. So right now it's helping because there's not strong winds in the area that would push any of these hot spots over. So it's calm right now, and we're grateful for that.
Alex Cheney reporting live. Definitely a big scare, but good to see they've got that fire well under control. Thanks, Alex.
More than a dozen evacuees went to Snapdragon Stadium in Mission Valley when those evacuation orders were issued.
Yeah, at least 13 vehicles were in the parking lot waiting for word on when they could return to their homes. We talked to a couple who downloaded the Watch Duty app that monitors and sends real-time alerts about nearby fires. Just this morning, they downloaded it as the winds were picking up.
Started packing a go bag just in case, since we were pretty close to it, and we got put in set mode, and then maybe about 2 minutes later we were in go. So luckily, because we already started packing, we were able to grab all our stuff and our animals and head out.
Most of the evacuees didn't stay at the stadium very long. A lot of them left to get food or wait for the all clear somewhere else, and as Alex just mentioned, they got that all clear and can return home now.